The leaves may not be turning, the snow may not be falling, but hockey is back. Welcome to the Owen Center for the home opener between the Bradley Braves and the Nebraska Corn Hunters. I'm Caden Sexton alongside Thatcher Zalewski. Thatcher, home opener, what are your thoughts?
There's a lot to be excited about tonight at the home opener. Got a brand new players, lots of new young freshmen on the team. Nick Niemeyer fully taking over as the goalie this year. Excited to see how he will do as the full-time goalie.
Yeah, Niemeyer gets the start today. Bradley is running with 3 goalies this year in Gates, Wickline, and Niemeyer. Niemeyer was alternating this with the starting job last year. However, this year it is his ship to control.
Yeah, Niemeyer taking over for Cole Walters, who did transfer to Illinois State this year, but the team is looking good. They played a competitive game last weekend against Northern Illinois. Andrew Spence taking over as the captain as well.
Yeah, Tommy Shack graduated, so now we have Andrew Spence, longtime forward here in his senior year, getting to wear the C across his chest. As you were mentioning a little bit ago, the Braves went on to face NIU last weekend, lost both games. As you said, the first one, they did have the lead and a lot of points during the night. However, unable to come away with a win in that one. Dropped Saturday as well, making them an 0-2 start. On the other end of the coin, though, that was the first time the Braves have played a Division I opponent in quite some time. So making it 2 competitive games is almost an accomplishment in itself, Thatcher.
Yeah, it definitely is. Bradley is a D2 team, and putting up a competitive game like that against a Division I team is quite impressive due just to like a lot of the roster turnover from this year. You have a lot of new players. Chemistry may or may not be there yet fully, but as the season goes on, you can only expect it to grow from there.
On the other side of the ice, the Cornhuskers are here for their first regular season games of the year. A team that Bradley didn't see last year, a team that hasn't played a game this year. Thatcher, what's the approach going to be on BU's side with the puck?
I feel like this for Bradley today, a lot of it's just got to be playing strong defense. You know, limit the attack on ice from the Cornhuskers. You know, you've got to let Niemeyer do his job as goalie, but also keep him fresh. You can't allow him to constantly having to make the saves and do all the work. Defense, put in some effort. Strong defense should get the Braves the win here tonight against the Cornhuskers.
Right, we've been talking about that veteran goalie in Nick Niemeyer, but Bradley does have a young defensive core. They have the assistant in Jacob Rock back for his senior year, but when you look past Rock, it really is a lot of young defenders. The offense, maybe not more experienced, but a lot more flair, I would say, especially with the return of Matthew Berger and with Vinny Felice's younger brother Nico joining him to make the 3 on the front line.
It is definitely exciting to see Matthew Berger making his return for the Braves tonight. You know, he was a big part of their team last year, and going forward, I mean, he should be a huge help to this offense going forward here. And then, like you mentioned, Nico Felice joining the team this year. His brother Vinny did make an impressive debut his freshman year with the team. I can only hope that Nico follows in his footsteps and leaves an even bigger impact on the team this year.
Well, it'll be exciting to see all of that, and we will see it in a few short minutes. We will go to break, but when we return, the Braves starting lineups. It is the home opener after all. All the players will be introduced, and you'll get the opportunity at home to see everyone skate on the ice and get their names called. Join us shortly here at the Bradley Hockey Network. Welcome back to the Bradley Hockey Network. We are about 40 minutes away here at the Owens Center from starting this one off, but starting this one off tonight doesn't mean a puck drop, since it is the home opener for the Braves and first game of the season for Nebraska. The PA announcer will be going through both sides. We will take a step back on our end as we listen along with you to the Bradley Braves' 2024-25 starting lineup, followed by the Cornhuskers.
Okay. Whenever that hits 0, I'll begin. Welcome to today's ACHA matchup between the visiting Nebraska Huskers and your Bradley Braves. Please welcome your 2024-2025 Bradley Braves. A senior goaltender from St. Louis, Missouri, number 1, Nick Niemeyer. A senior defenseman from Lamont, Illinois, number 4, Jacob Gousset. A freshman forward from Okina, Illinois, number 5, Nico Felice. A sophomore forward from Okina, Illinois, number 10, Vinny Felice. A sophomore forward from Chicago, Illinois, number 12, David Meadows. A freshman forward from Moline, Illinois, number 13, Blue Beckwith. A senior forward from Naperville, Illinois, number 15, Jacob Corrales. A freshman forward from St. Louis, Missouri, number 16, Reese Durford. A senior forward from Washington, Illinois, number 18, Wes Straker. A freshman defenseman from Palatine, Illinois, number 19, Jack McQueen. A junior forward from Carpentersville, Illinois, number 22, Tyler Bouchard. A sophomore defenseman from Washington, Illinois, number 23, Carter Bosley. A sophomore forward from Decatur, Illinois, number 26, Matthew Berger. A junior forward from St. Paul, Minnesota, number 28, Porter Stallo. A senior goaltender from Niantic, Illinois, number 64, Braden Wickline. A sophomore defenseman from Joliet, Illinois, number 67, Maximilian Pykos. A junior forward from Homer Glen, Illinois, number 71, Paul Contreras. A senior goaltender from Mound, Minnesota, number 74, Elijah Gates. A junior forward from Lake Geneva, Wisconsin, assistant captain, number 14, Grady Blessing. A senior defenseman from Darien, Illinois, assistant captain, number 21, Jacob Rock. A senior defenseman from Aurora, Illinois, assistant captain, number 25, Zach Malbon. And a senior forward from Geneva, Illinois, your captain, number 76, Andrew Spence. Your Bradley Braves are coached by head coach Mike Gertler and assistant coach Nate Chasteen. Now let's meet the starting lineup for the visiting Huskers. On defense, number 4, Tyler Mapes. On defense, number 96, Peyton Frank. At forward, number 15, Jack Betty. At forward, number 13, Trevor Hoffman. At forward, number 7, Caleb Seibel. And in goal, number 1, Grant Meyer. Please rise and remove your caps for the singing of the national anthem.
Welcome back to the broadcast booth. I'm Caden Sexton alongside Thatcher Zalewski. Thatcher, seconds away from the puck drop to start the Cornhuskers 2024-25 season, and for Bradley to start their first game at home. What do you think the thoughts are between both benches right now?
I think both thoughts between both benches are, for Bradley, it's let's give the home crowd a great win and something to go home happy about. And for the Cornhuskers, it's the exact opposite. Let's put an upset and let's send the fans home upset and, give Bradley a loss on their home opener.
Yeah, as the PA announcer stated, in case you didn't hear, in net for Nebraska is Grant Meyer. His defensive unit consists of Tyler Mapes and Peyton Frank, with his offense starting off with Jack Betty, Trevor Hoffman, and Caleb Siebel. For the Braves, as we talked about in the open, Nick Niemeyer taking the net, as he is now the sole starter for the Braves, last year competing with Cole Walters. This year, Nick Niemeyer, the go-to guy in the crease for the red and white. And on the defensive unit for the Braves, assistant captain Jacob Rock along with Max Pykos. And you look at the offense, Matthew Berger and the two Felice brothers, as the face-off begins the season with Max Pykos and the Braves controlling the puck. Cornhuskers immediately on the attack now. They're trying to clear it and gets the other side. Rock misses that one off of Swain as Pykos tries to get it past the blue line. Gets it across to Berger. Berger with a feed to Felice. Not able to connect. Vinny Felice. Can't say Felice this year anymore since there's two of them and they play on the same line. The brotherly love with Nico now trying to help his brother out. Nico and Vinny lost it in the corner, but Jacob Rock able to retrieve it past the blue line as Meyer stops this one, but it's going to be picked off the bat. And a little bit of a bat there between brother to brother. However, it's the offensive attack now of the Cornhuskers. Nebraska gets it passed and to the dump. Looks like Ethan Schmelzer tried to get it out of the corner, unsuccessful, as Malbon now rides the side and hits the ref on that one. He tried to hit the glass and make it go around. Instead, almost hit the ref in the face. Think it hit him in the top of the shoulder. Back in the Bradley defensive zone it is, with Vinny Felice trying to get it to the captain and Spence. Spence loses control as Niemeyer catches a pop fly at 18:49.
I think Bradley's done a great job so far here of keeping on attack early on the Cornhuskers. A lot of action already down on the Cornhuskers side. Both Felice brothers trying to put one in the net early here.
Yeah, the Felice brothers kind of formulating their attacks together, just giving that offensive prowl like they're one. I mean, they're brothers, so they might be. And only a year apart, too, from my understanding, at least in school, they're only a year apart. As puck battle in the blue, in the Bradley defensive zone, lets the Braves get an offensive attack here, as Grady Blessing had it, and now he doesn't. It's behind the net. That was Jack McQueen getting hit on the bottom of your screen, and a call from the refs.
Yeah, McQueen laid out there by one of the Cornhuskers. Kind of didn't really seem to be a necessary hit there, but I guess it could be the Cornhuskers welcoming McQueen to the Owens Center here.
And as Bradley Hockey Network always goes, the first man in the box, we don't have a number 4 on our roster. Looks like number 14 for the Cornhuskers. You do have a 14. It's Christian Glover. Braves now with a man advantage for the next 2. Rock with a shot there, and it's deflected around in front of the net, but nothing connects. Rock gonna clear it past the blue line. He's gonna try and a cross-centering pass to the Braves, as the Braves are just gonna try and toy with them for a little bit. Spence gets it out to Beckwith. In the corner to Nico Felice. Nico not on the ice with his brother. He is on the ice with his brother as Vinny over there has control. Vinny, in the left half, gets it over to his brother Nico. Nico shoots, but it's a little wide of the net. On the end around, it gets picked up by Vinny. Vinny tries to get it across. Behind the net is Spence. Spence with the centering pass, but it is not made connection with Blue Beckwith as Niemeyer gets it down the ice. Niemeyer to Nico. Nico to Beckwith. Now it's Vinny. Vinny centering pass, but nobody home for the Braves. Another clearing now with 55 seconds left on the penalty for Bradley. It'll be Vinny Felice at center ice. Vinny gets across. He has only Jacob Corrales. He shoots himself, and a glove save by Meyer stops the clock.
Vinny with a good shot there. Both, again, the Felice brothers staying on the attack. Nico Felice scored his first collegiate goal last weekend against NIU and looking to score his first home goal early on here tonight.
And what Nebraska fans watching this stream and here at the Owens Center are about to quickly find out is how low those rafters are here in the Owens Center, as that one just got tipped and nicked and didn't look like it was going to do much if you're not from Peoria, but as we know here, it hits the rafters and is dead. Face-off then drawn back outside of the blue line. Straker with an and around tries to find somebody. Blessing couldn't go after it. He's not able to keep control. However, after a tussle, Cornhuskers put a shot on goal on Niemeyer, as Straker now has it on the right side. He's able to advance. Straker tries to do it himself, loses the puck. Blessing picks it up into the corner to Corrales. Corrales gets it over to Gousset. Gousset back to Blessing. Blessing's shot hits a defender. That was Bew Shantan for Nebraska, and 4-3, 2-1 penalty kill over for Nebraska, as that one hits off the blocker of Meyer, and now the Cornhuskers with a 2-on-2 attack. And bodied into the corner, a fight for the puck as Corrales is the only one left standing. That was Carter Cray who had the puck on the attack along with Christian Clover. Two of them weren't able to make much happen. Gousset 3-on-1. Oh! And that puck nearly just went behind the goaltender. He thought it was to the right of him and it was dead on. That one nearly went 5-hole, but instead went off the blocker. Thatcher, you don't see many like those.
No, the Cornhuskers just got really lucky there. Basically bailed out by the speed of the puck that almost went into the net. Gousset almost putting the Braves up 1-0 here very early in the first period.
Max Pykos didn't get that much playing time last year for the Braves, starting defenseman this year with Jacob Rock, as a 3-on-1 attack gets diffused by the speed of Pykos, as well as Tyler Bouchard coming in to make the stop. Putting the puck behind the net now for the Braves is Niemeyer. Both goalies wearing number 1, as there goes the Braves' next offensive attack. However, nobody can get it. Berger's speed not able to collect it. Now Berger collects it off of the mishandle by Tyler Mapes. And puck behind the blue line now. Braves defense going to reset the attack. Malbon tries to dump it in the corner. However, he was met hard by Jawan Kim, as now there's the arm up for the Braves. So next whistle should be a penalty, and it is. Who will go to the box for the Braves? And
looks like it might be Vinny
It is Vinny Felice to the penalty box. So now Nebraska, Bradley not able to do anything with their 2-minute advantage. Now Nebraska gets the same opportunity with 14:38 on the clock.
We saw Matthew Berger in his return game almost put that one in. He came close to getting a great breakaway, but came up short there at the end.
A little bit of confusion here between the refs and the players. Face-off won by Nebraska, but after a tussle, it looked like somebody fell on it, and now Grady Blessing with a breakaway. Blessing couldn't get it back over to Spence after Trevor Hoffman made an incredible defensive play there. And now the puck again on Grady Blessing's stick. He's got 3 Cornhuskers this time, however, to accompany him in the corner. He tried a centering pass, but only guys there were wearing black as Straker and Blessing continuing to fight. Thatcher, more time has been spent so far fighting or with the puck in Nebraska's side of the ice as 1:20 remains on the penalty.
Yeah, you know, we just saw Grady Blessing just went down with one of the Cornhuskers there. Cornhuskers are playing aggressive, but just really haven't been able to manage much time on attack here on the Braves side, even with this penalty right now.
Centering pass found a Bradley stick, and the puck was tussled back and forth between the board and behind the net. A lot of fighting now with at least the sticks between Buchanan and Nico Felice, as this puck going to get cleared again with 47 seconds left on the penalty kill for the Braves.
The Braves with a complete line change as well.
Something you want to see if you're Coach Gertler. And Spence with a steal. Spence, he tried to make a dangle, and instead he threw the puck behind him. A little of an accident there from the captain. However, it kept the puck on this side, and Blessing with another steal. Bradley has dominated this penalty kill, and that's something you don't see very often, especially from a young team in your first penalty kill of the season.
Yeah, I think part of that has to play with just that these young guys are hungry to get going here for their first home game and wanting to send the fans home with a win.
And the clock has expired. Bradley back to full strength, and we don't have a clock up here that tallies how much time is spent in each zone, but I can almost guarantee you folks at home that puck, if not on Bradley's sticks more, was by the very least in Nebraska's zone, more than a minute of that 2-minute penalty.
Yeah, I think that right now the Cornhuskers are struggling with clearing the puck and just getting it out of their zone.
This might not be an issue for them, however. They got a 2-on-3 led by Jack Betty. Betty's centering pass not connected, and whistle by the ref stopped the play with 12:04 left in this quickly moving first period of play.
And looks like Wes Straker will go into the box there.
Thatcher, I think we've had 4 or 5 stoppages of play, and we've had 3 penalties.
Yeah, and Bradley with 2 of them, they kill the penalty and go right back onto another one. Braves at a disadvantage once again. Hopefully they can keep some of this play up and repeat the last penalty kill with Bradley dominating most of it.
At 12 left on the clock, as the Braves and Coach Gertler would not like to allow a goal on the penalty, as Vinny Felice's shot on the breakaway a little bit wide there. His brother Nico gets it on the boards, skins it back to Felice, and a very big open ice hit puts Vinny on the ground. Nico gets the puck halfway back and then just sends it behind the net. As the Cornhuskers are now going to start an attack, it'll be headed by Buchanan as well as Christopher Clover. Clover's shot off of Felice's skate. I couldn't see which Felice, so Felice works at this point in the game. As Trevor Hoffman with the puck on the side. Hoffman back out to Lucas. Lucas's shot goes high, and a little bit of a tussle there. Whistle dead. Not sure what the refs are calling, but couldn't have been an offsides. At least I don't think it was an offsides.
Yeah, I don't think it was a penalty either. Might have just been just a play stoppage.
There is a man now in the box for those penalties were given at the same time.
Oh.
We didn't catch that, so
Okay.
it is a 4-on-4 that we didn't really catch. As Grayson Boyd is in the box for the Cornhuskers, and looks like Boyd being talked to by the refs, and Boyd is going to exit the penalty box now. Is Boyd no, he's going to go take a seat on the bench. So it is a 5-on-4. Don't know why Boyd was in the box. We didn't see him go in, and he was just, I don't know if he was just hanging out or what was going on, but it is a 5-on-4. We were right the first time. Bradley with another minute left of their penalty kill, as the Cornhuskers would not like to go start this first period off with 4 minutes of no goals after penalties.
Braves keeping the puck on the Cornhuskers side here with 35 seconds left of the penalty.
It'll be Del Sante and Coe to start the attack. Coe gets it up ice to Marolda, not able to find a connection, gets the puck right back behind Nebraska's net. 10:20 left in the first period with 15 on the clock. A centering pass there for Colby Butts, as Butts fighting for it behind the net with Gousset. Butts gets it out, sends it back to Caleb Coe. Coe cross-ice pass, and shot there from Del Sante is saved by Niemeyer. Bradley is back at full strength with 10 exactly on the clock.
Another great penalty kill from the Braves. 4 minutes pretty much back-to-back on a penalty and down at a disadvantage, and they had no trouble pretty much killing both penalties.
They didn't seem to have much, as that clearance doesn't allow them to change and get some fresh legs since it was an icing. And a little of a confusion now. I think there's 2 pucks on the floor, on the ice. I'm calling a lot of soccer, calling a lot of volleyball, baseball. Haven't gotten my roots back in hockey yet. I mean, it's the opening day for everybody. As Bradley with a quick change there, and immediately a big center ice hit by Paul Contreras as he stepped right out onto the frozen tundra. As Gousset trying to clear something, and a nice quick shot there from Grayson Boyd, saved by Niemeyer.
Niemeyer with a great save there. Tried going 5-hole on him, and he blocked it with his pads there. The Braves finally getting some more fresh legs out there. Gousset and Corrales will head to the bench. Contreras will do the face-off.
Against Siebel. Siebel got it to the corner with Lucas, but not able to find a connection. Contreras with a big hit there. Cornhuskers have control. They're going to go take it back for a second. It's Ricker as well as Hoffman with it, as Niemeyer just going to tap that one off his stick and away.
Contreras is out there delivering big hits left and right now.
Stallo fought for that one, though. Got it to Bouchard. Bouchard and Contreras have a 2-on-1. Contreras is shot off the stick of Meyer. Despite all that the defense and offense hasn't done so far on either side, both goalies have been tested and proven why they're in net for each side. As Spence loses control of that one, gets it to Blessing. Blessing on the breakaway. Blessing's shot is in the glove of Meyer. Grant Meyer with another fabulous save, as all his teammates go to congratulate him with 8:28 on the clock.
Blessing broke through 2 of the Cornhuskers players there to get that breakaway, and it looked like he had a clear shot, which he did. But just the goalie made a great save there by Meyer, and rightfully so, earned the congratulations from his teammates.
Face-off won by Nebraska. Not often do you see the center just take it and walk down the ice. He was finally met by Malbon up against the wall, but the Cornhuskers still have control. A shot there from behind the blue line by Julian Marolda is saved by Niemeyer. In the corner, the Braves trying to collect it off of Picos' stick is over there to Reese Dufard. It's first time saying his name so far, as Spence tries to get an end around around, not able to make a connection as Meyer leaves it for Tyler Mapes. Mapes behind the net, over to Peyton Frank. And shot there from Vinny Felice off the top crossbar, and a goal! Vinny Felice off the redirect, or was it Grady Blessing? It'll be Grady Blessing off of Felice's redirect, making it 1-0 here in the Bradley home opener.
Junior Grady Blessing puts that one in after a shot from Felice.
I think they're calling that a no goal. We're having a conversation now with the refs. Assistant coach Nate Chasteen trying to get an explanation. Refs not really wanting to chat about it. They want to play on. It's still 0-0, Thatcher.
Thought we had our first goal of the game there, and the refs took it away. Not really sure why. I don't even think the coaches of Bradley know why that goal was pulled
some of the
away.
players on the ice are trying to explain it to the Bradley coaches right now. Nebraska's not asking any questions. They're fine with it being 0-0 still. I mean, we from up here, we are not the refs. We saw a puck hit back of net, and then we saw celebrations.
Yeah.
We interpreted that as a goal. I feel like we did a good job in that, Thatcher. I mean,
I would agree.
We did all we could up here.
Yeah, we don't have a live mic from the referees telling us what the ultimate decision was there, so kind of just have to make assumptions on our own.
As another shot from behind the blue line, that time from Gousset, not finding a home. As Vinny Felice using his speed, one thing that was highlighted last season was the freshman's legs. He poked it free and created a battle, and the Braves may come up with it. Cornhuskers fighting back in the corner as Bradley's going to walk away with the puck. Nico now fighting hard, unable to see thanks to the student section showing their support and getting up against the glass. As Nico Felice on the 3-on-2 with his brother and Berger. He takes it himself, and it is saved by Meyer. Vinny back out to the defender. Shot there. Bosley was saved by Meyer. Centering pass and a shot from Felice, but saved again. Meyer with another redirect and shot from Felice again. I mean, Grant Meyer, 3 for 3 on saves on shots right there from Bradley.
You have to give Meyer his flowers there. Non-stop shots coming at him from the Braves. Aggressive offense early here.
There'll be a quick shot there from Corrales, but I think it was tipped in his backstroke, which made it a little bit of a dribbler that the Cornhuskers were able to pick up. Now on the offensive front, it's Dylan and Salco. He gets it up to Grayson Boyd as it was whistled and offsides.
Braves attacking Meyer early and fast and are pretty much not letting up on him, and Meyer is doing a great job of keeping his team in this game right now. A lot of the shots the Braves have put on him could easily be 3-0 Braves right now.
5:40 on the clock here in the first period of play as the Cornhuskers with the face-off win sent it to the corner. Bradley were the ones who pick it up as Corrales and Straker fighting on the near boards, trying to get some control. Lost stick there by Jawan Kim, and then some shoving afterwards with the Braves. And now we've got some aggressive action with McQueen as well as some of Nebraska's players. The physicality now out between Straker and Boyd asking where the refs are after Straker kind of hit him in the back with his stick. Physicality wasn't really here, and now it's everywhere, Thatcher.
Yeah, there's big hits.
And there's another one.
Another Cornhusker goes down as we're talking.
That was Kager Lucas.
And the whistles blow.
And there's now a tussle. That's Lucas. I'm not sure what Bradley player. That's Lucas and Nico Felice already having a squirm behind the net. 4:48 on the clock.
Pretty early tussle. I mean, I think that's just kind of a test to the aggressiveness and physicality we were just talking about. Both these teams want this win, and you can see it from this play on the ice pretty early on here.
And it looks like both of them will be going to the box. We are trying to, the refs are having a conversation now with the scoring officials, and it'll be both a 2-minute penalty for Corrales and for Kager Lucas.
This is now the third trip to the penalty box for the Braves already in this first period.
And, I mean, to play devil's advocate, it's the second for Nebraska in 15 minutes as well.
Lots of physicality, like we've been saying.
So we're going to play it 4-on-4 here, as currently Hoffman and Frank have control for Nebraska, as Pykos with a steal there, but his momentum going backwards left it for Caleb Siebel. Siebel out of play there. That was knocked out by Jack Betty. Looks like the top line, except for Hoffman, are all out for Nebraska. Bradley making a little change here. A lot of veterans going onto the ice. Looks like a veteran defensive group with Malbon and Rock, as well as the Felice brothers.
Yeah, I mean, the Felice brothers have been kind of the story of this game so far with their chemistry and kind of a dynamic duo already.
I mean, they've probably played each other their whole lives besides Bradley, as Vinny had a nice feed to Nico there. Nico around, and it's the blocker saved by Meyer. He knew what trick was coming from Nico. As now Julian Marolda up ice for Nebraska. It's picked up by Frank. Frank's shot saved by Niemeyer. 3:58 on the clock, 1:11 on the penalties.
Yeah, we just saw, I think it was Melbourne go down. You know, players are going down left and right on the ice, but both teams making great saves there to keep the score at 0-0.
Malbon in the corner, fighting for it as he gets it out to Blessing. Blessing used the glass as a teammate, not able to make anything of it, as poked away by Rock. And Nebraska is going to pick it up in his own defensive corner. Gets it cross ice. Tipped there by Blessing, as that was Russ Durford trying to make something out of it, but Nebraska's got it back in their defensive zone. Durford with a steal. Durford's shot high of the goal.
Reese there with number 16 with almost his first goal of the season. He is one of the newer players on the team this year.
Bradley back on the offensive stride. 3-on-2 opportunity, as it is Durford around behind the net. Back to his defender. It's Bosley with a shot and a save from Meyer. Meyer with 4 seconds on the penalties, doing what he's done all night. He's been getting peppered, but he's held his own ground.
Yeah, I think for the Cornhuskers here on the penalty kill, it's just Meyer has been the story of it. You know, shots coming at him from left and right, and he's saved them all so far.
Interesting to see what happens in 2 seconds as Contreras and the Braves have it. Both teams back at full strength now as Striker shot wide of the net. Another shot there and a big hit. Now we got a tussle in the corner. That was Bosley as well as Kim. As Kim now stealing the pass meant for Bosley, and Bosley's just going to take it right off his stick. I can see some aggression from those two continuing on tonight as Cornhuskers behind the net pass. Now cross ice, but picked off by the body of Wes Straker. Straker's shot a little bit wide. Off the stick of Pykos, it'll be an offensive push by Nebraska, but a big hit there from Straker, and now Pykos falls to the ground. We had no physicality in the first 10 minutes, and now lots of center ice hits there from Contreras, taking out Caleb Coe. Pykos now on the ground. I feel like I can just commentate the rest of this period. Who hits the deck next?
At this point, it seems like it. You know, guys keep going down. It seems like it's a different Brave and a different Cornhusker going at it every minute here, pretty much.
Fight alongside the board. Surprised nobody went down there as Malbon tries to clear it, but a weak puck, not able to do much with it. He gets it back after the redirect. Malbon tussled there, and that's immediately going to get called. Looks like the stick went under the arm of Malbon, and it will be Trevor Hoffman to the box for Nebraska. 1:26 left, so if Bradley doesn't score, this penalty will be in effect for the start of the second period.
And now both teams are even on penalties. both at their three penalties each already here in the first. Got to wonder if that will be a story to follow in the remainder of this game here tonight.
As Felice gets it to Rock. Rock to Nico. Nico back to Rock. Rock cross ice to Vinny. Vinny pass didn't go off his stick. There's Beckwith. Beckwith trying to get it to Vinny. Vinny picks it up off the boards. Vinny back to Rock. Rock to Nico, and a nice shot there from Beckwith. However, tipped away by the Nebraska defense.
Did see Spence, the captain, was on the ground there.
It'll be Beckwith, back to Vinny. Vinny trying to make it something himself, and then some tussling there by Spence in front of the net in the crease. However, nothing on the redirect, went back towards Meyer's way. 40 seconds left in the first period as Jacob Rock going to take it from behind the net. Bradley's going to change only one guy out as the Cornhuskers again going to get a clear. And Nico to Niemeyer was not a connection thanks to the defense there from Caleb Siebel, as Nico has it behind the net trying to find a red jersey. And with 10 seconds left, he's not able to find one. Centering pass there, net out of that net is out. Not going to stop it, however, since the puck is all the way down in Bradley's zone. And Gousset going to just hold on to it as we run out of time. Thatcher, what'd you notice there in that first period?
I mean, I think we said it, but the main takeaway was the physicality and the aggressiveness from both teams. You know, brought it up earlier in the night on the pregame show, was that defense was going to be a key focal point for the Braves, and playing great defense early on here.
Yeah, I mean, another highlight has to be Grant Meyer. In that fast first period, he was getting attacked very frequently, and after rebound, shot, Grant Meyer stood tall through it all as... what else do you think of Thatcher?
Yeah, I mean, like you said, for the Braves, I think so far the focal point has been the defense, and also a shout to the offense for being able to keep the puck on attack. And for the Cornhuskers here, it has been the goalie, Grant Meyer. Meyer making some incredible saves. Some saves that, you know, there was a couple breakaways there that could have put this game out of reach already for the Cornhuskers early on, but Meyer proving why he is the starter in the Cornhuskers' first game already here in the first.
Refs having a little powwow now. Wonder if part of that conversation was about that goal that Bradley put in the back of the net yet didn't get counted for.
Yeah, you have to kind of wonder if, you know, the Braves will get that explanation from the refs about what exactly happened. I mean, it did seem like Blessing kind of knew something was up when he put the puck into the net. He didn't seem super thrilled that he scored the first goal of the home opener, but hopefully the Braves will be able to get their first goal in the second period here.
And 14 minutes and ticking down here for intermission. We will return back to the Owen Center after first intermission is over. Thank you for tuning in to the Bradley Hockey Network, and stay tuned for the second period. welcome back to the Bradley Hockey Network as we are just under 30 seconds from puck drop here between the Braves and the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Thatcher, before the teams switch sides, what do you remember and what stands out to you most about that first period of play?
So one of the main things that happened in that first period of play was we thought a goal for the Braves, but it actually turned out that Blessing kicked the puck into the net, and that is the reason why the goal was called back. Another one of the big things was Grant Meyer for the Cornhuskers. Grant Meyer has been the goalie in net for the Cornhuskers, and he's made some incredible saves, keeping this score 0-0.
Yeah, Meyer, definitely one of the key points. And another one, just like you said, we got some clarifications. We figured out that Grady Blessings was a kick, and that's why the goal wasn't called. We also found out that when number 18, Grayson Boyd, went into the box for Nebraska, he went in with Wes Straker Bradley because the refs called 18, and Boyd thought they were calling him. So he went to the box as well. Nebraska played about 45-50 seconds of their 2-minute penalty, a 4-on-4 instead of a man advantage. Thatcher, is that just a mental mistake, or is that your first game jitters?
I think it could just be honestly a mix of both. You know, you're nervous going in your first game. You know, wanting to impress and put on a show, and then also, I mean, the ref never really clarified which 18. I mean, kind of could understand the confusion there from Grayson Boyd.
Yeah, it looks like the scorers, they didn't even realize he went into the box. So I think he kind of just heard 18, went on his own, and then after they didn't call his name for a penalty is when Nebraska started scratching their heads. As there is still 12 seconds on this man advantage for the Braves here in this second period. However, they haven't really been in control. They're now going to make an offensive stride, but there's only 2 seconds left, and now Nebraska off that long center ice shot is back at full strength. Behind the net, Nebraska's going to collect it off the boards, trying to get it back to Niemeyer with a hand up for a whistle.
Already a whistle here early, not even a minute into the period. You know, we'll see if the whistles continue, as we did have a total of 6 penalties combined between the two teams in the first period. So it doesn't look like anyone is in the box yet, just kind of a stoppage of play. So we'll see if that will be a theme that continues here into the second.
Yeah, the icing there from Nebraska keeps that defensive unit that had to stay alive for 34 seconds on the man down on the ice. They got their one helper though, so a tiny bit of fresh legs as Bradley is going to fight just to keep it in the defensive zone for the Cornhuskers. As Pykos now, again, fighting hard, and Nebraska trying to clear it, but it's to Wes Straker of the Braves. Pykos trying to get up to Corrales, however, on the stick of Nebraska. That's Caleb Siebel, as now Straker on the fast break, and it's saved by Meyer, and that one looks to me like a Bradley player is in the net, as, yep, Wes Straker slow to get up. Meyer saved Wes's shot and then had to get out of the way as Straker came barreling into the net with 18:39 left to play in the second.
Yeah, Straker went into the net. Gotta hopefully he's okay there. That could have been a scary play there for the Braves, but he got off on the ice on his own, so it seems like he will be okay, thankfully there.
Berger there with a quick shot, but it is wide of the net. Off the boards, Vinny takes it. Back to Malbon. Malbon's shot, though, saved there by the Cornhuskers. That's Christian Clover. Clover's shot a little wide of the net on his way back. Fighting up against the boards, and it's going to skate out, and the fast skates of Berger is able to take it away from Bo Shantan, as Malbon's shot there, a little wide of the net. Braves not really able to make a strong push, able to keep it in the defensive zone of the Cornhuskers, but not able to make an a strong offensive front. As there, Malbon tried to send it across the boards. It was stolen by Nebraska, and then Bradley ran into each other. That was Bouchard and Bosley who collided and sent the two flying, and a stick of Bouchard broken.
Yeah, a collision there from the Braves. The stick broken on the ice still.
Yeah, we've been talking about physicality all night, but that was just the two Braves up against each other. Stalo fought hard to call the icing off, but he had nobody home for his centering pass. Now it'll be a 2-on-1 for the offense of Nebraska, and Dylan Salanto's shot there was stopped. Contreras poked there again by a fearless Nebraska defense who's just trying to create more offensive opportunities. One thing they lacked in the first frame.
Yeah, that was a big thing for Bradley in the first period, was they were able to keep the puck pretty much.
That one hit the post. I don't know how it got past Meyer, but thankfully he's got his post to help him make a save.
But yeah, the Braves were able to keep the puck pretty much always on attack there and force the Cornhuskers to play some pretty strong defense.
It'll be Blessing now, and a hit failure there by Jack McQueen, the freshman, as Niemeyer just letting it go for Rock. Rock, though, intercepted by Butts with a centered puck, but not able to take a shot. As there, Spence not able to get the puck in on his stick, and with a net disbarment, 16-16 sees a whistle.
Braves looked like there could have been some opportunity for a goal there. Blessing kind of got on a breakaway between two Cornhuskers and tried making a pass to Spence for Spence to get a goal there, but Spence was just unable to handle the pass, leading to a save from the Cornhuskers.
Yeah, for those of you who haven't been down to Peoria's Owens Center, the pegs in the nets are not as deep as average, which results in a high number of net disbarments, which the refs have to be aware of and call that whistle on right away. You know, they didn't there to end the first period, or at all, frankly, in the first period. However, they are now here in the second, as it is Butts again on an offensive stride alone, shot wide of the net. Caleb Coe within the corner. He's picked up by Blessing. Blessing not on a fast break. He's got two behind him. Blessing's shot, and it is a save by Meyer. And now some fighting happening. Meyer with a nice save, followed by some tussle between the Cornhuskers and the Braves.
Blessing there, almost again with trying to earn that goal back. Almost put one in there, and we had a scuffle between Reese Durford and one of the Cornhuskers. That physicality that we saw to end the first period is already starting to pick right back up here early in the second period.
As that shot there from Bosley went away from under him. And now the Cornhuskers just going to regroup in their own defensive zone. However, they lose control of this one, so the Braves have it now. Malbon trying to get it out, and instead of getting it out of the defensive zone, he got it onto the opposing bench.
Yeah, that was one of the things we did see a couple of times in the first, was that puck going out of play, whether hitting the rafters due to this low ceiling here at the Owens Center, or just landing into the net surrounding the rink itself.
As that one by Bosley couldn't get across ice to Malbon. Now the Cornhuskers have it, but Malbon, after Nico and Berger able to keep the passing lanes closed, able to pick it up, and Berger now with it across ice, and a nice blocker, maybe foot even, save there by Meyer.
Meyer's been putting in a lot of work this game. The Braves are making the Cornhuskers work for it here in this opening home opener.
Wow, that was a huge hit against Malbon. It looked like it was Jack Betty who just lowered a shoulder and made sure he felt every inch of that glass. And picked off there, it's Landon Wagner. Wagner's shot meets a Bradley defender. Now Malbon gonna go right past Berger and take it for himself. His shot, however, hits the defender in Bo Shantanen. Shantanen fell to the ice, and now a tussle in center ice brings Malbon to the ground. Once again, this time it took 5. Last period it took 10 to get the physicality out here in Peoria, as Stalo's shot there right into the glove of Meyer, but not done yet, as some tussles in front of Meyer in the net.
So it looked like it was between Tyler Bouchard of the Braves and looks like number 9 of the Cornhuskers, which is Shanahan there.
And it looks like the ref wants to talk, and yeah, ref is stopping the play. He wants a change. He wants somebody for the Cornhuskers on the ice. Not sure exactly what that was for, but we play on. As Rock's pass a little soft, but he takes the shot there, and it looks like Bouchard hit the deck just so that the pass could get on, and that one's going to be whistled. The Cornhuskers are going to the box.
And that is now the 7th penalty of the game, the 4th for the Cornhuskers. Now that is the first time this game that the Cornhuskers have led with penalties.
Yeah, it'll be Bo Shantanen in the box. 2 minutes, as we have 14 on the clock for Nebraska. Nebraska not sure who they wanted, so they have to take a 5th man off. You're down to 4 now. Vinny has the puck for the Braves. Vinny back to Beckwith, and that one from Beckwith out of play. You know, really quick to talk about Blue Beckwith. You know, you've seen a lot of Bradley players across the years, Thatcher. I mean, there's Tommy Davis. There's a lot of stars that left the team in the last 2 years for the Braves. However, the freshman in Blue Beckwith, I'm not calling him a star by any means, but it was interesting to see him stay on the ice taking shots about 4 minutes later than any other Brave during warm-ups this evening.
Yeah, early before this game got underway here, we did see Blue. It looked like he was the last guy to go into the clubhouse there, the locker room, and then was the last person on the ice. You know, you gotta wonder if that's just his normal warm-up routine, or he wants to get as much time of warm-up and practice as he can before the game actually gets underway.
Rock gets called for the offsides there. Nico's pass came a little hot. He backed up, and it was on the line, and the refs say over.
Yeah, kind of a common theme here already. We're barely 7 minutes in, and there's been a lot of whistles blown.
But the contrary for the fast first we have.
Yeah, very fast and physical first. So far this second has had some physicality, but definitely not as fast as the first period got off to.
There'll be a minute 15 left for the Nebraska penalty kill. The power play for the Braves has been 0 for 2 today. Power plays in general are 0 for 6 tonight, as Bradley's Wes Straker up ice gets it over and across to Durford, but it is now a breakaway for Nebraska, as Nick Niemeyer does what he likes to do, gets far out of the net to clear it himself. When he is wanting to change, he tries to do it himself and send a message to his guys in front of him, as Corrales' shot there hit the wall behind. 44 seconds left on the Bradley power play. That shot there from Blessing went behind the net, as Gousset is picking it up. Gousset up, trying to find somebody in red, and that one to Grady Blessing was tipped away by Trevor Hoffman.
Seems like the Braves are trying to make the most of this penalty here. Quick shots and fast shots from all around there.
With 15 seconds left on the power play, Gousset is trying to take it himself. He finds Durford. Back to Nico Felice. Nico cross ice to Vinny, but it was tipped away, which slowed it down, and that would have been a great opportunity, but Grady Blessing a little bit too far away, and so he couldn't get the poke in. Full strength now for the Cornhuskers as Gousset has the puck battle with Butts behind the net. Butts is going to steal it from him, trying to find somebody for a center and ice pass, not able to do so. Shot behind the net now, over to Vinny Felice and Nico. Nico and Vinny try to get it up ice to Berger, not able to thanks to a strong defensive push from Julian Marolda, as cross ice to Gousset, out of play, off the stick of Marolda, whistled dead.
And again, out of play, off the net, surrounding the rink. You know, if it was kind of a normal, maybe higher ceiling arena, the glass would be higher up and the net would be higher up, leading to maybe some of these stoppages remaining in play here, but just the design of the Owen Center.
Yeah, you made a good point there, Owen. Owen Thatcher. The Owen Center, far boards from us, a little bit lower than the near side, and so a lot of those glass hits do just hit the net and get whistled dead. As 11-11 left in the second period, we're almost at the halfway mark, as Contreras now has the puck on the offensive side. However, he loses it. And nice play there by Schmelzer. Gets the puck on the stick of Mardolia, but Mardolia's shot a little bit wide and behind. Now Contreras trying to fight with Lucas for the puck. He's not able to make a connection. However, when trying to get cleared, it was picked off there by the Braves. Now in the corner are Nebraska. Nebraska's Juan Kim with it now.
Both teams having some difficulty controlling the puck there. Didn't really know who was in control there.
Grady Blessing trying to go over the hit there of Jawan Kim. Unsuccessful. Rock has it. Rock tried a centering shot, but it was a little bit wide and didn't find any Braves players. Will he do it again? He does not. He tried to pass and it was blocked by Dylan and Slanko. As Bradley behind the net, not able to make a connection, and it's Zach De La Sante with the puck who gets the clear. Niemeyer taking care of it himself, trying to dish it out to Malbon. Malbon all the way down to Spence, but deflected there, almost huge deflection there by Tyler Mabe. Shot there by Spence, saved by Meyer. Another shot there, but it was stopped by the defender, Nebraska. Malbon from the blue line, a little bit wide. As now it's Carter Bosley who is in the corner fighting for it. Bosley's shot into the glove of Meyer. Meyer wants a change, so he grabs it. Whistle dead, 9:33.
Meyer again making a great save. The puck staying. Bradley's starting to pick up where they left off in the first with keeping the attack on the Cornhuskers. As also, I want to make a note that the puck, when it was going down towards the Braves and almost hit the referee, that would have been the third time the ref would have been hit by the puck this game already.
Getting hit by the puck ain't fun, but it's something that just happens in this sport. As Carter Bosley's shot was a wide centering shot there from Blue Beckwith. It was saved by Meyer, and now a little bit of a tussle between the Braves and the Cornhuskers.
As Beckwith put the shot on to Meyer, and then the great Meyer makes the save, and then immediately the physicality starts to come into play again as Beckwith got into a little bit of a tussle, but seemed to have gotten pulled out of it pretty quickly there. Puck will remain on attack for the Braves here.
A nice shot there from Nico. However, behind the net are Nebraska to get control of it. Now up ice is Carter Cray. Cray trying to find a friend, unable to. Vinny takes it from him. Vinny unsuccessful. as Carter Gray now gets it again. Gray's shot hits Niemeyer's stick. For those of you who were just tuning in, Nico and Vinny are both brothers. The Felices are a sophomore and a freshman, and saying their full names is rough, so those are the only two we identify with first name basis. As that shot there hits the blocker of Niemeyer, and on the redirect, a nice soft shot there from Peyton Frank, but it is saved, and now some aggressive pushing there between Malbon as well as Caleb Siebel and a couple other Cornhuskers.
It looked like Malbon was coming to the aid of his goalie Niemeyer there. He saw one of the Cornhuskers pump into him, and he immediately came into the aid, defending his goalie. It will take Malbon will come off the ice there.
Yeah, Braves don't really just want to cool him down, make sure nothing bad happens. They already have too many penalties that they're willing to admit. As that one gets cleared, and Meyer almost got hit by a Brave skater, and to retaliate, Nebraska hit that skater in the back.
That looked like that was Blue Beckwith there. Beckwith seems to be involved in a lot of the physicality here in the second period. Freshman making his name known to the Cornhuskers in terms of physicality.
Goussette's shot there from the blue line was over and to the right of the net as he tries to get it behind over to Straker. Straker with his speed trying to do it himself. He makes two miss. Can he make a third? He cannot. That one was stolen by Peyton Frank. Now Straker gets it again somehow, some way. It's always Wes Straker's way. As Gousset's shot there, a little bit wide of the net. Back on Peyton Frank's stick, however, with a little push from Corrales. It's controlled by Blue Beckwith. And Beckwith with the goal! Blue Beckwith's first game in the Owen Center. He makes it 1-0 early to put the Braves up here in 7:41 in the second period.
As Beckwith there pushes the puck into the net, Meyer finally not able to stop one of the Braves shots, and we saw Beckwith jump into the glass, into the student section there to celebrate with the fans.
Yeah, I think a lot of those guys are his new pledge brothers, and just trying to, all his new friends he's made at Bradley as well as his teammates, try and celebrate, try and, just cherish the moment. You only get a first goal at college once, and he just got it.
Like you said, we brought up Blue Beckwith earlier as potentially a star in the making with his work ethic, and he gives the Braves their first goal at home this year. Is that only a thing for time to tell? We will see.
Niemeyer shuffled that one away, and now, off a little bit of an accident in the glass, Grady Blessing has a breakaway. However, nice defensive play off the skates of Kagar Lucas makes that one, it kills that attack. That one trying to get cleared there by Nebraska, but Jack McQueen picks it up.
Braves staying on attack, keeping the puck in the Cornhusker zone there.
It'll be Colby Butts that has control of it, but he loses it again to the Braves. That's just been the telltale so far of Nebraska, is they're getting a lot shorter time of possession because Bradley's speed and they're just coming out of nowhere as Blessing's shot there too high, hits the net dead at 6:39.
I think that's been one of the things that has allowed Bradley to go up 1-0 here in the second, is that they've pretty much eliminated all of Nebraska's time on attack and any of their advantages they've had. Bradley going down a man at times, and really nothing has came of it from the Cornhuskers.
Nico Felice wins the faceoff for the Braves. Shot wide there by Malbon. That was Bosley. Yeah, this defensive duo of Malbon as well as Carter Bosley taking more shots than any defensive duo I've ever seen in a game by Bradley.
Yeah, normally your defensemen are not the ones taking the shots. They're the ones blocking the shots and taking the hits to keep keep your team in this game. And
and it's the Braves front line with Vinny Felice missing there off of the pad redirect. And yeah, as we were saying, I mean, it's not like Bradley's struggling on offense. They got the top line out, and Malbon and Bosley taking more shots than the Felice brothers and Berger.
So, well, there will be a whistle there.
Offsides at 5:53.
We will see. Oh, it looks like Malbon will head to the box there as his defensive partner Bosley will also come off the ice.
So Bradley will now have to play with the man down for the first time since gaining the lead.
Both teams now tied up in penalties for apiece. See if Bradley will be able to continue their strong play of a man down here in the second.
Spence when you look at a guy like Andrew Spence, and set a nice shot there, but not able to connect for Nebraska. When you look at a guy like Andrew Spence, he isn't built. He isn't a defender, but the way he throws his body in front of shots not only makes him a fearless leader and why he earns the C, but it really on a penalty kill does make him a third defender out on that ice.
Yeah, Spence's willingness to put his body on the line at all times is a huge advantage for the Braves because, a lot of guys don't want to get hit by the puck, especially when it's a slap shot, but Spence is willing to just lay on the ice and help his team in any way he can, even if it's taking 5 to 10 pucks off the body in a game.
As Blessing there, a little bit upset, refs didn't call anything. He lost his stick on his defensive front, his defensive one-on-one opportunity for him to try and take something and put a shot on goal on the penalty kill, as 45 seconds left for this kill for Bradley, as it's... Again, Nebraska once again not really able to make many offensive opportunities. They've had more possession in this penalty power play than any other they've had so far tonight. But again, they aren't taking any shots with 25 seconds left on the power play.
Kind of interesting to see the Cornhuskers look like stalling a little bit there in the back behind the net with still 30 seconds left on the penalty.
You always want to get your attack ready, but it's been 45 seconds and they haven't even crossed their own blue line. And there they finally do, with only 5 left on the clock. And Bradley just sends it right back. Contreras now in the corner, full strength, centering pass, but doesn't get Bouchard in time. And off of a deflection, Meyer freezes it for 3:45.
I think it looked like Bouchard might have not gotten the full amount of power he wanted on that shot there. Maybe if he did that, the puck would have went in the net there and it would have made this game 2-0. But Meyer continuing his strong performance, saving it for the Cornhuskers, keeping them within 1.
As Stallo fighting in the corner, not able to get it into Contreras. As Stallo loses it, and it'll be an offensive stride there for... that was Trevor Hoffman. However, Bouchard from the back just kept tapping it with a stick until he reached down and swatted it away. Contreras trying to make something happen there. However, he's not able to. Pass shot there hits the blocker of Meyer. And again, some more tussle in the corner. Malbon not able to get the pass, and so he will skate back, and it'll be called icing. Valiant effort there to stop the icing by Jawan Kim. However, Malbon and Pico is just a little bit faster.
Yeah, the Braves are playing fast and aggressive, pretty much not letting up on the Cornhuskers, not letting them breathe pretty much here, as the physicality and aggressiveness has been the highlight of this game so far.
Corrales gets it to Spence. Spence not able to get a shot off. They kind of lined up the winner behind the center just for a quick shot and a little bit off the run part of his stick there. As Nebraska now has it in their offensive zone. Shot wide there of Niemeyer. That one by Carter Cray.
Reese passes it to Corrales.
Spence, oh, he had the dangle, and then Myers saved not in time as Andrew Spence, the leading goal scorer on the team, makes it 2-0 here in Peoria.
It seemed like Spence's dangle and almost failed attempt at a shot there threw Meyer off his game and allowed Spence to push that puck into the net to make this game 2-0.
Look, don't discredit Grant Meyer at all. He's had one heck of a game, but there was a nice dangle by Spence, and I think it was an accidental dangle. I think he wanted the shot off the bat, and that's why Meyer went for it, and then once he missed, the puck was still right in front of him, so he was able to just glide it underneath the leg of Meyer for goal number 2 of this Bradley unit.
Yeah, Spence did a great job of controlling the puck there, and what could have been, another save for Meyer, but Spence's ability to control the puck there gave the Braves their second goal of the game as the captain gets on the board in the home opener.
And that shot hit the wall behind the benches. A little bit of confusion of where they're going to drop the puck. They finally do as Rock gets it cross ice to McQueen. Felice. Nico with it. Nico in front of the net, not able to make a shot. Net is now disbarred as we're going to have another stoppage of play with 2:14.
Like you mentioned earlier, Caden, the nets are not in the ice as secure as they could be at other arenas. As maybe if that net was more secure, that we could have had the third goal of the period right then and there. It's just over 2 minutes left here in the second.
As Bradley trying to add on to their 2-goal lead with 2 minutes left. Nebraska wants to not go. I mean, they enter this period tied at 0. They don't want to go into the locker room down by 2. As Vinny tries centering pass to Nico, but it was tipped away by the Nebraska defense. Nebraska now tries an offensive prowl, but Vinny's speed gets in front of the pass as Jacob Rock from the corner tries to skid it, but it was centered there by Cray. As Cray gets it again, Cray centering pass, batted down by Jacob Rock. What a play by Rock to make sure no damage was done there from the excellent pass of Carter Cray.
And Niemeyer will smother the puck to stop play here as the Braves will go with a clear out and put a fresh new set of bodies out onto the ice.
1:28 on the clock in the second. Face off by the Braves, and Bradley's got it past. It is.
That was Beckwith there, going for his second goal of the game. Just unable to get a shot off there on Meyer.
Beckwith with a steal there. He wants to make up for the damage he just caused. As he's trying to get it out to Blessing. He does. Blessing can't get behind the net. This time Blessing loses a little control of his skates, so he loses the puck. And now it's Caleb Seibel trying to make something happen on his own. Seibel's shot, though, is saved by Niemeyer. He had Jack Beatty across ice. However, he didn't make the pass. Tried to take it himself. 50 seconds remain in the second.
There's a little bit of shoving there between Blessing and Hoffman. Not really sure what transpired that, but Blessing really didn't seem interested in entertaining Hoffman's attempts at maybe a scuffle there, as he just pretty much skated off the ice right after.
As this one's cleared all the way down. From behind the net, Grant Meyer sends it to his offense. However, a wide pass gets it all the way to Max Pykos on the near boards. However, Colby Butts stands strong and takes a couple to his chest, putting the puck back in the corner. Braves still not able to get it out. Now it's Berger. However, nice poke there by Caleb Coe, as well as Tyler Maps to keep the Braves from having a strong offensive push. 13 remain here in the second. Nebraska comes out of the tussle behind the net with the puck. Only with 8 remaining, they want to make one more stride at Niemeyer. Julian Marolda takes a shot, and it is a blocker save by Niemeyer. 1 second remains in the second period.
As both Berger and Corrales for the Braves were going for the puck behind the Cornhuskers net there, which probably helped kill like the last couple 5 seconds there, allowing just 1 second left in this period. Oh, they're going to make a time change, adding an extra 1.5 seconds.
And the time change doesn't matter as everybody kind of just stays still and confused with what's going on now. The clock is at .5. I think this is just technical difficulty. Yeah, but they let the clock run out. I think both teams were ready to just go to break. They wanted to just let that one die out, and clock got accidentally stopped on its way down. So we go into the second period. I mean, went into the first intermission with a tie game now. Bradley with a 2-goal lead, Thatcher.
Yeah, Bradley finally putting some of their fast and aggressive offensive attack to play here in the second, with the freshman Blue Beckwith getting his first goal of his young season, and then also the captain Andrew Spence on the home opener getting one to go in the net.
We had some difficulties in the first intermission. Let's try here in the second. Delaney, what do you have for us?
Thanks, guys. Obviously, we're seeing a much more exciting second period here than we did in the first, with a lot of huge milestones, especially from this rookie class for the Braves. Talking to Malbon earlier this week, the assistant captain, of course, he mentioned that this is a big night, not only because it's the home opener, but because this is the first time that these rookies are getting a taste of the home crowd here at the Owen Center. A couple of them obviously feeding off that energy, with Blue Beckwith, which is his first collegiate goal here in the second, unassisted as well. And then also you saw Reese Durford, who got his first college point with that assist on Andrew Spence's goal. Obviously hoping that the Braves continue this momentum into the third and keep it going for a great finish to our home opener. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Delaney. Thatcher, do you have any more thoughts before we head into intermission?
I think that the Cornhuskers are going back to this locker room and figuring out how they can adapt to the speed and aggressiveness from the Braves here. They tried matching up with them in the first and early in the second, but you have to wonder if it's just been too much for them, and that this break is much needed.
In my head, it's one thing. It's, can the Cornhuskers put up some blocks, or is Grant Meyer going to continue to take every shot? I think once a couple guys dive in front of a puck, it's going to change the momentum, get Nebraska an offensive stride. Bradley just needs to keep the pressure on Meyer, keep making putting more shots on goal, because eventually another 1 or 2 or 3 or 10 might go in. Join us for the third period of play here at the Owen Center after the second intermission is over. You're watching the Bradley Hockey Network. 20 minutes left to play between the Braves and the Cornhuskers here in the Owen Center. As the refs take the ice, the players will follow shortly. I'm Caden Sexton alongside Thatcher Zalewski. Thatcher, 2-0 Bradley on top. What do Nebraska need to do here in the last 20 minutes to either force some extra time or come away with a victory?
I think the main focal point for Nebraska is just getting more time on attack. Right now, the Braves are doing a fantastic job of keeping the puck on the Cornhuskers side and not really giving them much time to breathe, or let alone like develop a game plan to like try and tie this game up. You know, the goalie Meyer has done a great job for the Cornhuskers of keeping this game 2-0. But, man, there's been some times that if he wasn't the goalie, who knows what the score would be right now.
Yeah, and what does Bradley need to do to kind of sustain this momentum and walk away with a home opener win and get their first win of the year?
I think for Bradley, they just need to keep playing their game, keep playing how they have since the first two periods, since puck drop. They've been playing fast, aggressive, and physical. All three of those things have basically what kept the score tied through the first and then gave them the lead in the second.
Well, the second line for the Braves and the Cornhuskers will both start out this third period of play, as already into the defensive corner are the Braves. The Cornhuskers came out hot immediately off the drop. All five just rushed towards the goal, as Blessing now has it. He doesn't have a friend, and it'll be picked off there by Bu Shantanen of Nebraska. Shantanen in the corner with Colby Butts as well as Spence. Puck is out to Nebraska, however, got two Bradley defenders in front of him. It's Moldola who is shot off of Niemeyer's pad, gets into the corner, and it'll be whistled dead with 19:14 on the clock.
Because it looked like the puck went into the student section almost there. And it looks like the fans are getting a little bit rowdy over there because of that play. Gotta think, Caden, that the comfortability of playing in the Owen Center for the Braves is probably playing a part of why they're so successful here tonight.
I mean, the student section was present but not vocal until that first goal by Bu Beckwith. And once Beckwith's goal went in, he went right to the student section, got on his knees, and made them erupt. And ever since then, the energy has been there on the left side of the ice, as there was a nice save by Niemeyer, deflecting the shot of Jack Betty. As I was saying, that pressure hasn't gone away from the student section. It got in Meyer's head and allowed Spence to get a second goal against him, and then the pressure just consisted that whole period with Nebraska not able to do much.
Yeah,
That's nice steal there by Contreras, however, not able to get a shot on net.
Nebraska has been struggling to find momentum here in this game, with the Braves just keeping the pressure on them so far. Gousset didn't really have control there. I mean, he was the guy with the puck. He didn't really make an attack for it. Corrales' shot, easily glove saved by Meyer. But talking about that, Gousset was kind of in the corner, and the puck was closest to him, and he kind of just watched as Nebraska came up and took it from him. Yeah, you kind of have to wonder what was going through his head there. If it was more so just a mental mistake there, or if they had something else in mind. Not really sure unless you get inside the head of Gousset there.
Yeah, he was taken off the ice by Coach Gertz. As Berger is trying to apply some pressure to Kim, however unsuccessful. Niemeyer tries to get it out behind the net, finds Boyd, Boyd's not his friend, so a little bit of a tussle now, and Nico Felice fell as Vinny Felice took the puck from under his skates. Vinny gets under one, however a tussle now as looks like it was taken by Grayson Boyd. Big hit there by Nico, as shot there from McQueen. Didn't have any momentum to it, as Malbon sees he's going to get hit and just dumps it off for Vinny Felice. Vinny gets it behind the net. His brother Nico not able to go and get it. Now it is Beckwith on the ice trying to help the Felice brothers. Vinny and Beckwith, as Jacob Rock sends it back behind the ice. Kager Lucas and Nebraska now on the offensive front.
You got to think that Nico will probably let his brother Vinny hear it later on tonight about tripping him up there. Luckily, nothing came of it, but definitely going to be a argument between the two brothers probably later on.
Christopher Clover with a shot behind the net there, as now another tussle and a hard shot there from the back by Zach Del Sante. However, meets some red before it gets to Niemeyer. Niemeyer sets it behind the net for Pykos. Pykos tries to get it to Beckwith. Beckwith was looking the other way, as now puck behind the net. It's Zach Del Sante with it. Del Sante tries to get it behind the net and around, and he's centering pass to Carter Cray, not successful. Now it is Bosley with it. Bosley to Stallo. Stallo just tries to send it behind the net for his captain, Andrew Spence. Spence falls to his knees after the check from behind by Tyler Mapes. Centering pass there was deflected away by Meyer into the corner, where another tussle occurred as Spence picks it up on the opposite end. Julian Marolda now setting an offensive stride for Nebraska. Pass around behind the net from Schmelzer to Marolda. Yeah, a little bit of a tussle. Bradley's going to take it off as a stride.
Looked like Spence was kind of keeping the tussle going with Mapes there. I don't know what, that physicality.
Brady Blessing with a centering pass, but Bouchard came in too hot, went past the pass. As now Malbon picks it up from the defensive zone. Can it take it all the way himself? Malbon turns into an offenseman tonight, and shot hit behind the netting. It's been a long time since a whistle, but it's 14:40 on the clock, as that shot there from McQueen hit the leg of a Nebraska defender, which has turned the puck the other end of the ice. Back and forth we go. Now it's Durford, as we talked about, had the assist on the Spence goal, his first collegiate point. Durford with it again after some more battling. Durford gets through three. Durford under the 5-hole, but Meyer kicks it away. What a save by Grant Meyer.
Reese Durford there almost had his first collegiate goal after securing his first collegiate point earlier in the night.
Rock to Contreras. Contreras' shot is a goal! One-timer by Paul Contreras makes it 3-0 for the Braves.
As Paul just let that one rip right at Meyer, and it went straight into the net. Meyer really had no chance at that one, and Contreras picks up his first goal of the night.
As Paul Contreras waves his hand to the Braves student section, say thank you for the applause. We're up 3-0 now with 14 minutes in regulation.
You got to think now that the Braves are feeling really good about their chances of securing the victory on the home opener in front of a pretty energetic crowd here tonight. As there will be a stoppage, looks like might have been an icing there, as the puck will get taken over to the Braves zone here. Nebraska looking to pick up any sort of momentum as they are now facing a 3-goal deficit.
It'll be a different line with Enslacko and Boyd leading the offensive front for Nebraska, as Enslacko loses it to Vinny Felice. Then a nice hit there by Boyd puts Felice in the wall, and it'll be whistle dead. I think Boyd might be going to the box there for that hit, after that hit.
As this is a penalty about 7 minutes into the third period here. So we actually did not have a lot of penalties in the second period. I think it might have been one apiece for each team, as now the Cornhuskers will head to the box for the 5th time this game.
Yeah, not what you want when you're down by 3 with only 13:39 left. No coach is saying, let's go take some rest in the penalty box, play with a man down. They're going to have to be really aggressive here as Nico Felice tried to put his first one in, but Meyer with a save and off the rebound dove over it to stop the play. My goodness, even though he's allowed 3 goals, Grant Meyer is without question the MVP for Nebraska, although I doubt that'll be going through his head on the bus ride back to the hotel tonight.
Definitely, and Nico Felice, after scoring his first collegiate goal in his first collegiate game, is really trying to make his first home goal happen here tonight and give the Braves a 4-0 lead.
It's Nico Felice behind the net and a whistle dead. And Grady Blessing, the assistant for the Braves, has his arms in the air trying to question why that nice stride by Nico got interrupted. And it's interrupted by him going to the bench.
Yeah, Blessing now heading to the penalty box, putting it back at even strength here. Now it will be 4-on-4, and it don't kind of look like Elijah Gates there, the goalie, kind of told Blessing just to get into the box, and because like you said, Caden, Blessing seemed very confused on why he was heading to the box in the first place.
We will have a minute 30 of 4-on-4 action, and then the last 30 seconds will be a power play for Nebraska. This, after the Matthew Boyd penalty for the Cornhuskers, is the page that they needed to turn.
Now, Boyd is the one that you mentioned in the box, and this time he's actually in the box for real, not just sitting in the box due to some confusion that we saw earlier in this game.
Shot there from Caleb Siebel, but a little bit wide of the net. Now Nebraska trying to create another offensive attack. They've got even strength once again with the power play after this. They want to be the ones applying the pressure. This whistle dead after 15 seconds of play.
Yeah, we see, as now it looks like there is 2 Braves in the box.
Yeah, it's still a 4-on-4, but somebody for Bradley maybe just taking a seat to keep Grady Blessing company. Can't see the number from up here. As is Zach Del Sante behind the net. Del Sante gets it up ice to Beatty. Beatty and Siebel. Shot there from Siebel off the stick of Niemeyer. Malbon picks it up in the corner. Gets hit immediately by Jack Beatty, but puck still on the Braves sticks now. It is off to Hoffman and Nebraska. Hoffman tries to get it behind the net, but Malbon was already there. As line change now brings Peyton Frank on the ice for Nebraska. Frank's shot down ice gets on the stick of Gousset. Now Vinny Felice gonna just take it back, trying to kill as much time as he can. Now he's gonna use his speed to make 2 miss. Vinny Felice trying to go around to third. He's around. Now he's back behind the net. Not able to make anything happen though there after Peyton Frank just sticked at that puck. Vinny has it again. Vinny's shot from near the blue line goes off the leg of Peyton Frank. And Nico Felice from behind trying to poke at Colby Butts. As this one is a near clear. 10 seconds remain on the power play for Nebraska. Man advantage is on their side for only 5 more. They didn't really make anything of their 30 seconds, Thatcher.
No, and that's kind of been the common theme here tonight for Nebraska. When they get that one-man advantage, they just haven't been able to make much happen, let alone find any momentum after picking up a man advantage.
Grady Blessing remains seated in the box, even though we are on a 5-on-5 once again. As Matthew Berger in the corner having a tussle there. Rock got out of it, tried to get the pass after the tussle, but it went off Nebraska. Nico Felice, behind the back pass to Blue, not able to make it happen. Underneath the legs of Berger, not able to make a connection. Now Beckwith trying to pass it to himself off the glass. Instead, he's met by 3 men in black who are just going to bully him into the corner. And now Berger coming in using his big body to try and help his freshman teammate. It's Berger's first game back after he played the first semester and took the second one off last year. This one's whistled dead, and one other player for the Braves is about to go into the box.
And the theme here will be, will Nebraska keep up what has been happening to them all night and not be able to find any of that momentum when they pick up the advantage? But also what we've seen a lot of in this third period so far is that both Felice brothers, Vinny and Nico, are trying to make something happen. Vinny wants a goal. Nico wants his first home goal.
Yeah, Matthew Berger, the one in the box for the Braves, and he wanted a very clear explanation from the ref. I can assure you, Elijah Gates, the backup goaltender, just like telling Grady Blessing, who's serving what I believe to be more than 2 minutes in the box, although the man was only down for 2, trying to explain to Berger hey, just let the call happen. We don't need more time and more guys sitting in here. I mean, Grady Blessing, an assistant, one of the juniors, one of the strongest offensemen. He took a step down from his freshman to his sophomore year, but still one of the strongest pieces the Braves have. Now, sophomore Matthew Berger, one of their starting winners, sitting in the box with Blessing. It's not a good look for Bradley to just keep talking to the refs.
Yeah, I think, the Braves are, despite being up 3-0, are trying to figure out what is going on, because it seems that there's the physicality across both sides between the Cornhuskers and the Braves here, as I think Berger went into the box after it seemed he came in with a hit to almost protect his teammate Blue Beckwith.
Nico Felice made a nice stop, however, shot all the way in the back from Kagar Lucas, as this one by Pykos deflected in front of the goal.
Niemeyer doing a great job there to keep the puck in front of him and away from the Cornhuskers, so it now gets sent to the other side of the ice.
Yeah, a lot of time was wasted there trying for Nebraska just to go and get it. There's only 30 seconds left on their power play, 8:35 in regulation. They need to score 3, and they get the first! Caleb Siebel, the winner, is able to get it past the glove side of Nick Niemeyer. On the first time a goal has been scored tonight on the power play, Thatcher. 8:31 on the clock. And I think that might have been Siebel's first, as they're going to pick up the puck for him.
Yeah, you had only to think that it was only a matter of time before the Cornhuskers were finally able to utilize the power play and get a goal on the man advantage. Siebel, who did start this game, picks up his first goal of the year, and what you mentioned, Caden, could be his first goal of his collegiate career, as now the Braves only up by 2 after the Cornhuskers goal.
Bouchard and Beckwith made a nice offensive attack, or defensive attack there after the face-off on the Cornhuskers, but something was called that's going to bring this puck all the way down to the defensive zone for Nebraska.
Looks like Corrales will be doing the face-off for the Braves.
And Corrales does lose it. Puck behind the net of Meyer as Nebraska trying to get across the boards, but Bouchard applying lots of pressure. It's Zach Del Sante. Del Sante's shot a little wide, and now the Braves are able to clear it, sending it back. They've only got a 2-goal lead now. That Contreras goal put them up by 3. Doesn't matter as much. I mean, it still gives them the lead, but we're back to where we started, a 2-goal difference.
Yeah, I mean, that, say the Contreras goal doesn't matter.
No,
and
it doesn't.
In perspective, it doesn't at this time, but just adding that extra insurance, keeping a 2-goal lead is very beneficial rather than it just being a 1-goal lead.
If the Contreras goal didn't happen, Bradley would only be up by 1, and that's a lot more pressure as Bouchard's shot wide and away hitting the glass, and nobody there for his center and redirect pass. But as I was trying to point out, is the effect it had went away in a way is gone just because it is a 2-goal deficit lead once again for the Braves.
Yeah, basically putting us right back to where we started at the beginning of this third period.
Right, the two kind of cancel each other out. Niemeyer trying to find a Brave as Malbon finally comes, and so does Dylan in Slacco. As a big center ice hit there on Jawan Kim, and that one tipped high with a glove, just like a volleyball player, by Carter Bosley. And 6:49 is the time as we get the play whistled dead.
Niemeyer gloves that one after a juggling act by Carter Bosley there. And, he's just bouncing that puck around off his glove, and you have to wonder if, his teammates are going to let him hear about that. Luckily, kept it in play and away from going into the Braves bench.
And that center pass from Malbon across ice to Vinny was stopped by the body there of Trevor Hoffman. Now in the corner, the Braves are going to take it out. It's Nico Felice. Nico getting held from the back, no call. There's a little bit of action on both sides in the ref's mind. As that was a big hit by Straker against Caleb Coe, and they're going to talk about it for a second and then move on, as Straker didn't hear his name much this second period or third, but he was everywhere the first period. As back into the corner, Nico trying to put some pressure on, however not able to. There's a steal by Spence. Spence's shot saved by Meyer. 6:03 left to play in regulation.
The captain, Andrew Spence, looking for his second goal of the game to continue to put his name at the top of the Braves leaderboards in goals and points. Spence has been very effective here tonight in this game.
Contreras got it back off the faceoff to Gousset. Gousset sends it in the corner for Spence and Contreras to try and win it back. Now it's Reed Durfer. Contreras trying to get it down. It was bobbling high in the air. He loses control. Spence is going to go get it, but Spence can't do anything with it because Contreras is past the blue line. He's going to dump it as Nebraska is going to retrieve it. Nebraska now is going to have an offensive push. There are 3 red sweaters in front of him, but doesn't stop Colby Butts. As Butts doesn't get the centering pass, he instead goes all along the boards to Peyton Frank. Frank loses control as Nebraska loses it. Paul Contreras now the Braves. Nice shot there, but it's off the stick. Contreras is redirect, and it'll be a save. I ask you like a question because we couldn't see the puck, but with the net being dislodged, I would almost guarantee no goal could be called.
Yeah, definitely a confusing situation to say the least from up here in the booth. Kind of hard to tell where that puck exactly went.
I think it went behind the net. The puck's not, it's not a goal. Like,
yeah.
we know that's a fact, but couldn't see if it was a stop by Meyer or if it just something else occurred.
Yeah, just like Contreras going into the net, just kind of redirected the puck and kind of threw everything off there. And Contreras was looking for his second goal of the game and second of the period.
5 minutes left in the game. As nice shot there from Beckwith is saved by Meyer. As I was going to say, 5 minutes left in the game doesn't mean it's time to panic, but it does mean the pressure on the Boilers got us to be turned up and start cooking. I mean, Blackhawks proved in 2013 that you can do it in 17 seconds. Doesn't mean Nebraska wants to rely on those odds.
Yeah, definitely. As a team like Nebraska playing in your very first game this year, you don't really want to wait until the final 17 seconds of the game to try and make something happen. But like you said, the pressure's got to starting to feel a lot more on the Cornhuskers as the clock is winding down and they are running slowly but surely starting to run out of time here.
An old tussle after the play between Felice, Nico, and between Landon Wagner. After the draw, puck's gone a couple different directions, but nothing towards Niemeyer and the Bradley goal. As in the corner, it's Christian Glover. Glover gets it back out to Lucas. Lucas gets it forward to Cray. Cray trying to get it out, unsuccessful. Jacob Brock gonna pick it up in the corner for Bradley. Brock trying to get it back over to Berger as a little bit out of the net, but either way, Nick Niemeyer trying to just go forward, dive on it, and stop the action. 4 exactly remains in regulation.
Niemeyer, again, putting the stoppage to play there by gloving the puck. You have to think part of that is due just to get some new guys out on the ice for the Braves. Saw a couple of changes to the line here.
As Bouchard has it, he tries to get it up to Spence, however, too hard of a shot. Spence gonna fight forward in the corner with Tyler Mapes, however, starting pass to Corrales, not connecting. Gousset tries to cross-ice it, not successful. It's now Corrales fighting again, and now it's gonna be a one-on-one for Nebraska. However, Gousset's speed and shove from behind gets the puck off the skate of Tyler Mapes. Nebraska needs to start something, and a big hit by Corrales delivered to the back of Caleb Coe. As Pykos has it. Pykos is shot hard, and it falls in front of Meyer off the chest save and the ice.
Another shot by one of the Braves defensemen here tonight. We saw shots from Melbon and Bosley earlier, and then now also a couple of shots from Jack McQueen, and now Max there putting on a shot of his own. You got to think that the defensemen just want to join in on the action.
Nice tip there by Vinny, and it's going to be a diving save by Meyer.
And again, one of the Felice brothers trying to make something happen, trying to get on the board here tonight.
I mean, Blue Beckwith had a mission to get a goal, and he got it. But besides him, the next two up for trying as hard as possible to score has been Nico and Vinny.
Definitely. I mean, Vinny and Nico all through tonight have been putting pucks to the net, putting shots to Meyer, and literally not giving Meyer much of a chance to breathe when those two are out on the ice.
Trevor Hoffman of Nebraska tried to clear it, yet it went through the netting here in the Owen Center. 2:50 remain in regulation. They just can't seem to get it out of the defensive zone.
Yeah, the Braves' ability to keep the puck on the attack tonight has been pretty much the big reason why they have this 2-goal lead. Once the puck, Nebraska pretty much has zero time to make something happen.
As it's Caleb Coe in the corner. He tried to get it around, however, kicked off the back of the net and went to the Braves. As Coe gets it off the redirect, he sends it back to that corner. It's going to be Jack McQueen who picks it up. As Nebraska's going to go for a line change, Bradley kind of just hold on to it, force the Nebraska Cornhuskers to attack, trying to drain as much clock as possible here. As Kagar Lucas has it back to Caleb Coe. Coe up ice to Julian Marolda. Marolda gets around Straker. Marolda centering pass didn't find a Cornhusker. Instead, Braves got it. However, Nebraska's fighting hard, again, losing control. I think that's the real issue tonight. I mean, of course, there's been a lot of strong spots and weekends on both sides, but holding on to possession has been a huge struggle for the Cornhuskers in all of the whole 60.
Yeah, definitely. Once the Cornhuskers finally do get on attack, you know, they are having a hard time of keeping that puck on attack, as the Braves just putting the pressure on immediately once the Cornhuskers touch the puck and really not allowing them any chance to even put a shot onto the goalie, Niemeyer.
Not out of it yet. A couple seconds over, a minute remains, but Bradley keeping the puck up against the boards behind the net. A minute exactly now as the puck finally freed. A dribbler gets to Niemeyer, but a blocker save. Then a stick save on the redirect. Another shot there, but it was off the skate of Jacob Rock. Contreras delivers a hit in the corner as 45 remains in regulation. Braves are able to clear it. However, center ice, it's picked up by Shatanen. Shatanen gets it over to Schmelzer. Schmelzer shot into the corner, picked up there by Lucas. Lucas and around gets picked up by Matthew Berger of the Braves. Berger's leading pass to Buick, not connecting. And the second goal now for Blue Beckwith after the empty netter. 22 seconds on the clock, but with a 3-goal lead, thanks to the second of the career by Blue Beckwith, shouldn't matter anymore.
Yeah, Beckwith, it almost seemed like Beckwith wasn't even trying to score there. It was more so seemed like he was trying to clear the puck and drain the last 22 seconds of time here in this game. But he actually puts the Braves up by 3, getting his second goal of the game and second goal of his collegiate career.
Nebraska not giving up. There's another one tomorrow, and so they would like to stand tall in the last 22 here as Bouchard gets stood up by Maple.
Bearing any...
Bouchard is the only one trying for Bradley right now. As the clock hits 0, and the Bradley Braves in their home opener secure a 4-1 victory.
The Braves will send the home crowd home happy here tonight as they pick up their first win of the season, taking down the Cornhuskers here 4-1.
And again, Thatcher, we will be back tomorrow at 3:30 for Game 2 of the series. Nebraska going to have a lot to think about tonight. I think the biggest thing that Coach Taylor is going to be talking about is applying more shots and just holding the possession more to create better shot opportunities.
Yeah, and the Braves now celebrating at center ice for the fans here, still in attendance. And yeah, you know, like you mentioned, I think the
third, and 3 stars in the game really fast. The third is Reese Durford. The second does go to Paul Contreras, and I can only assume the first, and it is Blue Beckwith. His first game here at Owen Center comes away with 2 goals.
That's got to feel good for the young freshman here, that in his first game at home in front of the fans, he picks up the #1 star of the game. You know, as a rookie, that would mean a lot to me personally, and I'm sure he's going to go home happy and enjoy the win with the rest of the team in the locker room.
Well, that'll do us for us here today. Thanks to all the crew that helped us put together this broadcast. Along with Thatcher, I'm Caden Sexton. Tune in tomorrow at 3:30 for game number 2 between the Braves and the Cornhuskers. See if either team can reach 500 or which team reaches 500. Thank you for tuning into the Bradley Hockey Network. Hope